Live, deep in the heart of West Texas, it's the James Hendricks Show, coming to you with talent being rented by God. Okay, guys, here we go. We are taking a break from the news. And I'm serious about this because, well, quite frankly, I've been looking at some of the news updates on my phone, and quite frankly, they're just so daggum depressing. And really, you can get so sucked into the reactive culture. So I'm going to take us back to a simpler time. This is a simulated address. Of course, this is a fictional simulated address at Ascension College. Ladies and gentlemen, President Clinton. Well, all right. Yeah. It's good to see you guys here. Nice to be up here in East Chamberlain Hills. I don't get to see this part of Washington, D.C. that much. But it's good to talk to you. I'm here to talk to the faculty of this university about America's Promise. No doubt, because of our decade of excess and greed and a recession, Americans have been behind in their dreams, behind in the bills, behind in the dreams, behind in their lives. I have toured this great nation, both as a candidate and as a president, and what I have seen is not encouraging. However, it can be encouraging if we would use it in accordance. Back when I was running for governor of Arkansas, I made this concerted effort to, at one campaign season, to introduce Arkansas's promise. So now I want to introduce to you some of the new legislation that we're going to be presenting here. It's called America's Promise. America's Promise. The first call of duty, call of business is as follows. Education. For far too many years, our failure rate in standardized tests has gone downhill. So therefore, there is a new Education Act of 1994 that is going before the Congress that'll fund Head Start and other programs. Mrs. Clinton and I believe in fighting for children's issues, to give the children the promises that they so willfully deserve. The next piece of legislation, it's obvious why we need it. Fear of violence is robbing our children of their childhood and their heritage. Therefore, we must take away that fear and give them some hope. Some of you faculty have younger children. We need to give children like those a chance for a brighter tomorrow. And so to that extent, I am working as hard as I can this summer to do what I can to push Congress to pass the crime bill of 1994, putting more police officers on the streets. And, more importantly, a ban on assault weapons. Hey, wait a minute. What are y'all laughing at? Well, all right. But putting police on the streets, assault bans, stricter penalties for those that are repeat offenders. 3 strikes, you're out. Senator Phil Gramm of Texas had mentioned this in the 1980s, and I think it's time that we do this. We can reach across the aisle and get it done. And get it done with bipartisan support. This bill could pass. Now, I'm understanding that some conservatives are probably going to be opposed to this bill. But I think we have enough votes in Congress. It has passed the Senate, but it's bogged down in the House. And so, regardless, if you live in the surrounding states of Virginia and Maryland, which is nestled near the Chamberlain Hills, I suggest you call your congressman and ask them to pass this legislation. Another issue that I think needs to be addressed, nonetheless, is health care. For the past 14 years, our government has ignored the needs of the uninsured and those suffering from pre-existing conditions. People being turned away or forced into emergency rooms from county hospitals where they're forced to cover the medical costs without and regardless of the willingness or ability to pay. We must deal with this. Combined for fee-for-service, Mrs. Clinton has helped me design a single-payer health plan. And so those three packages, education, crime bill, and health care, are going to be a part of America's promise. Now, for those of you not old enough to remember 1994, probably got some 20-somethings and 30-somethings listening to this show. I remember very vividly the political climate of 1994. People, myself included, who had voted for Bill Clinton in 92, yeah, I'm ashamed of it now, we're coming around and realizing that the country was going the wrong direction. The wrong direction. And so, to that end, I joined a lot of Americans that November to usher in the conservative revolution. Some people, technically, journalists like to call it the Republican Revolution. I call it the Conservative Revolution because when it comes to party identity, and I've said this nationally, this is where I stand. I'm not a Democrat because there's Democrats that go into liberal Stalinist, Marxist beliefs, okay? Only way I see myself as a Democrat is one of those conservative John F. Kennedy Democrats. And they're few and far between. Nationally, I am not a Republican. Because there have been some Republicans that are notorious to cave in and turn in on conservative principles. Now, granted, I'm not on a crusade or political movement. I am a conservative federalist. I may go in that polling booth and vote my conscience in accordance to party, okay? But on the air, I say what I think. Washington is broken, and we need to fix it. Because I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of all this reactive negative news coverage, which could drag somebody down and get them depressed. That is not what the James Hendricks Show is about. It's to give you hope. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to the James Hendricks Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of receiving most daily updates. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and become proactively informed. I'm going to be absent tomorrow. Brent Clark's going to be filling in. You guys take care, become proactively informed, and God bless.